You know, they did it right in some ways back in the 60s when they protested. They would handcuff themselves to something or do a sit-in, you know, non-violent, but they wouldn't move, you know, and the point got across. Now, you look today, people are going to, I mean, they're going to do it. They're going to march on Washington with their rifles, with their guns, and all hell is going to break loose. What that is these people that are going to do that, it's an attack front, okay? They're going there to attack. Now, fine, you want to fight the New World Order, you want to, you know, shoot yourself some politicians and destroy the New World Order, fine, you know? But you got to be realistic about what you're doing because, first of all, you're not going to get even close to these people. You're bringing rifles, which is showing the New World Order and all the little puppets that you are basically, what they're saying you are crazy. Because why would you even attempt to do something like that? And anyone that promotes that really needs to be looked into. You know, I mean,
I met Adam Kokesh. I met him on 9/11 this year. I went down to Ground Zero. He was there, and he spoke, and there was a whole bunch of people, a couple of speeches that were made and whatnot. And you know, anything is possible. You know, anything is possible. I looked at him. You know, and I saw him to be, I thought him to be very much, I don't know, agenda oriented would be the way I would say. I think there was a hidden agenda there, man. And this sort of.
But there could also be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Howard.
I just think he has a hidden agenda. When I met him, there was something that was underlying, like I thought at the time that he was just like an egotist a little bit because of the publicity that he's gotten, that he was sort of like it went to his head. But now if I look back, I could think that it's more of a hidden agenda type. There was something that was underlying that wasn't right, you know?
Like, you felt like a build-up to something big was coming, right?
Well, there were a lot of infiltrators, and in fact, Harry was down there, Harry Link, and we were down there, and he was, you know, and they were going around trying to expose the COINTELPRO people and the you know, the people that were put in there. And there was definitely people that were down there. I was down there looking around, and there were some people there that seemed to be everybody. You could tell somebody, the person that's you know, trying to cause trouble. There was a meeting of We Are Change New York City, and this guy just ran in there and said, "You motherfuckers, get the fuck out of here!" And he just made all this noise and shit in the middle of the meeting. It was really weird, you know. And he was like,
was he a member of We Are Change New York?
No, he just some guy came off the street and ran in there and disrupted the whole thing. So that stuff happens, you know. That's part of it. And he did. He really tried to disrupt it, and he was, you know, almost had to call the police on him. And this is what happened in September 11th, last September 11th. And I remember I'm meeting Adam and didn't really speak to him, but I was around him for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so when we were out in the street, down by right by where the what used to be Building 7, interestingly enough, right? And yeah, there was something like just weird about it. And now he's clearly taking an aggressive stance. That you know, it's like Alex Jones. He's supposed to try to wake the people up, and he goes on the radio. He goes on national television, Piers Morgan, and acts like an absolute raving lunatic. So nobody, the people that might be waking up, possibly could be waking up, dismiss him. They dismiss him as being a nut. Yeah. Like my in-laws, they dismiss him. I try to speak to them, and they, oh, that's like that Alex Jones stuff. It's nonsense, you know. So they don't get the New World Order because they're turned off by Alex Jones.
Exactly, and they think everybody is like Alex Jones. You know that. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not peach in the pan either here. You know, when I've done radio, I've screamed and I raved and I ranted. You know, but I didn't do it. Angry. Oh yeah, angry, sure, yeah, but you know, angry. Not Alex Jones did it. And but Alex Jones, this guy promotes so much, just like anger, fear mongering. You know, it doesn't resonate with me personally. I get angry too. A lot of people get angry, but there's a way to go about it as
Well,
opposed.
there
Like
is
I'll
fear
give you that. I'll
mongering,
give
but
you.
it's fear mongering for profit, Chris. Like when he fear mongered everyone with
Exactly.
Fukushima, and he cornered the market on on the iodine, and was selling it, because of Fukushima. He was, he did
Yeah.
everything's a publicity stunt. It's P.T. Barnum. He's P.T. Barnum, sucker born every minute.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this question, okay, Howard? Since we're still on this issue with Alex Joe Jones, what to you is more important an issue, Bill S510 or TSA?
Say that again. I couldn't hear.
What's more important of an issue, okay? Bill S510 or TSA
Oh
having
my
you down
God.
in airports?
Well, clearly S510. The Food Modernization and Safety Act is like Codex Alimentarius being put into place slowly, like all of these slow trade agreements that have been put into place to take away the sovereignty and of the people and the nations, as we know. And yeah, this is obviously the TSA is a joke. They are a joke.
Yeah.
They are a joke, and certainly not worthy
Now,
of the attention that they've been getting. Uh, you know,
because it's been all over mainstream media as well, right? The whole TSA issue has been all over it,
yeah,
mainstream media, CNN, whatever. But here's the point. While all of this was on mainstream media regarding the TSA molestations and backdowns and against the law and all this stuff, Alex Jones was doing the same thing, talking about TSA. And what happened? People like you, people like me, people like Harry Link, other people, we were out there busting our ass. Pardon my language, people. I'm starting to rant now. Busting our ass, trying to make people aware about the fucking Bill S510. And Alex Jones had maybe 2 articles on his entire website regarding this bill. Okay, it was people like you, me, Justin Cooke,
yeah,
who brought out the list of all the senators who had signed that bill. Alex Jones didn't have anything like that on his website. And when people called into his show and they asked, what's going on with Bill S510? You're not talking about it. This is probably the biggest issue that we have to date. Oh, you know what? TSA is a big issue too. Like, pardon my language, what the fuck?
right.
That right there should tell people what Alex Jones truly is. He is ordered to talk about certain things. All he does is add on a little bit more than what the mainstream media does. That's what Alex Jones is. Okay, he's a plant,
Exactly.
and the show for the New World Order, CIA operative. He is there to control you people. He gets you on his side. Okay, so people will follow him, and at the last minute, like a snake, gonna go and just bite you in the ass. And I have the same thing to say towards Ron Paul and Rand Paul. Look at Rand Paul. Look at Rand Paul, right? Everybody was posting all this beautiful stuff about Rand Paul, how great he was, supporting people with their, supporting the NRA and all this crap. And then he goes on and says something about, I forget what it was a video or an article people were posting, and I didn't have the internet at the time I had my cell phone, but I did see stuff that he was apparently saying that firearms should be taken away from the citizens after he had stated that people need to protect their right to bear arms.
Yeah. Well, hey, honestly, that's why I support Robbie Wells for president. Look into Robbie Wells 2016. I'm actually got involved in his campaign. I don't know if I mentioned that to you yet, Chris, but I'll state it on air. I support him. He's all about bringing back a constitutional republic and getting rid of these criminals. He's awake. He wants an investigation into chemtrails and all the other things. I mean, I don't know who else. He's got some muscle because he was he's sort of like a famous head coach on in college football. So he has a little bit of a legacy in North Carolina. And he's an independent. He can't be bought by the Republicans. They wanted to buy him, and he wouldn't go. So I deeply respect him, and he's going all around. So when he comes to this area, we'll be covering a lot of stuff on it. But right now he's in Atlanta, and he's going around, and he started his campaign. He's going for it, and I honestly believe that if you listen to what he has to say, it's like you running for president, Chris. You and I running for president.
Yeah.
What we would want to do as president Now, is it lies? Is it rhetoric? I don't think so. Young guy too. He's like 43 years old. Successful head coach. Took the worst team, made it the best team. Understands how to leadership. Served in Iraq. At 38, so I'm
Yeah.
bugging him, but I mean, he's
Oh
he
boy.
knows what's
I mean,
wrong. He knows what's wrong, and damn it, he's
if
not
he's
that.
asking, if he's sorry, Howard, if he's asking for investigation for the chemtrails, vaccines, the things that should be asked for,
The things that matter.
why not?
Yeah.
Why not support him? Because he's out there, and I'm sure he's not taking a dime. He's using his own money and obviously getting contributions from people, which he has the right to do, in order to try to get people to wake up, and not just regular people, but to get like the media to wake up.
Yeah.
So why not?
Absolutely, because that's the whole thing. You have this liberty movement, this freedom movement, which has been sort of unfortunately co-opted so much by these mega corporations and their interests, and we know who the New World Order is. We talk about the New World Order. We sometimes don't label them, but it's the mega corporations, it's the big banks, it's these Monsantos controlling the food supply, it's the combination of the drug trust. You call it the drug trust, you really have to. Pharmaceutical mafia. I don't know what else you want to call it. The cancer
And
mafia.
a lot of people associate the New World Order with specific people. Like they'll say George Bush, Barack Obama.
Right.
Not necessarily people. Think about corporations. Okay, the people behind the curtain that you don't know about. These are the people that are truly running what is known as the Illuminati or New World Order. We don't know who these people. We know some of them, but there are people behind that curtain that we have no idea who they are. They're the ones behind these corporations. That back Monsanto. Monsanto is one large corporation, but you got a bunch of these little corporations that are just pushing Monsanto like a tsunami over your freaking farms, man, and just like spreading their crap all over the place.
That's right. That's exactly what they do, and the way they do it is also through the trusts, and they have all of these very intricate ownership arrangements. So they have control, but they don't have ownership. All sorts of legal maneuvering.
Yeah.
To
held accountable for their crimes.
Yeah, to cover their crimes, and it's just like what's going on in Benghazi is just terrible. The whole Benghazi situation and the lies, blatant lies, and the media is just so communist in America. I mean, as a Canadian, what do you think about this? Looking at what's going on in Benghazi, knowing the truth, of course.
Well, if you want to talk about the media, it's the same here as it is there.
Oh, it is.
Only
They're spewing the same shit.
Same shit. We just don't have as large as media output as mainstream media output as America does.
Yeah.
But it's the same shit, the same lies, the same crap. No different. There are a bunch of Freemasons on TV, with fake names. You think Piers Morgan is his real name?
No way.
Anderson Cooper? Come on. His mother's Gloria Vanderbilt.
That's right.
These people are actors. And it's the same here in Canada. We have people in the media that are actors, that are pushing the same agenda as the American media. Mainstream media is the same globally. It's not any different here as it is in America or in England or, in France or anywhere else. It's the same shit.
It is the same.
Same shit, different country.
That's right. Well, listen, Chris.
There's no border control when it comes to
what was that?
mainstream media. There's no border control when it comes to mainstream media.
Oh, that's a good way. No border control with the mainstream media. Good point.
Themselves into something or do a sit-in, non-violent, but they wouldn't move, and the point got across. Now, you look today, people are going to, and they're going to do it. They're going to march on Washington with their rifles, with their guns, and all hell is going to break loose. What that is these people that are going to do that, it's an attack front, okay? They're going there to attack. Now, fine, you want to fight the New World Order, you want to, shoot yourself some politicians and destroy the New World Order. they did it right in some ways back in the 60s when they protested. They would handcuff fine, you know, but you got to be realistic about what you're doing because, first of all, you're not going to get even close to these people. You're bringing rifles, which is showing the New World Order and other little puppets that you are basically, what they're saying you are crazy. Because why would you even attempt to do something like that? And anyone that promotes that really needs to be looked into. You know, I mean,
I met Adam Kokesh. I met him on 9/11 this year. I went down to Ground Zero. He was there, and he spoke, and there was a whole bunch of people, a couple of speeches that were made and whatnot. And anything is possible. Anything is possible. I looked at him. I saw him to be. I thought him to be very much. I don't know, agenda oriented would be the way I would say. I think there was a hidden agenda there, man. And this sort of.
But there could also be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Howard.
I just think he has a hidden agenda. When I met him, there was something that was underlying, like I thought at the time that he was just like an egotist a little bit because of the publicity that he's gotten, that he was sort of like it went to his head. But now if I look back, I could think that it's more of a hidden agenda type. There was something that was underlying that wasn't right, you know?
Like, you felt like a build-up